Trump made a big declaration, as we talked about yesterday, supposedly. Didn't really end up being much, but if he follows through on it, it would be a lot, right? It was the whole, I'm fed up with Putin. My bestie betrayed me. And now I'm going to put my foot down. In 50 days, I'm going to do it. And me, as someone who notoriously is really flimsy, flaccid, with deadlines,
2 weeks,
I am serious this time, right? That was kind of the proclamation. But he said it was a major announcement. And I want to talk about a little bit the Putin circle's response to it, which was pretty wild. But first, here's Trump saying, no, I'm serious. In 50 days, Ukraine's going to get tons of support, and they're already getting support again, which again, if he's doing this, good. What are my thoughts? Trump are, he delayed. A lot of people died needlessly, and he completely made lasting peace more delayed, etc. But if he's going to support Ukraine and put pressure on Putin, even if it's in 50 days, do it, and I'll credit him with it. And he's doubling down.
50 days, what happens now? Do you talk to Vladimir Putin?
Well, at the end of 50 days, if we don't have a deal, it's going to be too bad.
But what happens?
Should Zelensky get more aggressive?
Yeah, the tariffs are going to go on, and other sanctions go on.
Should Zelensky target Moscow? Should Zelensky target Moscow, sir? Should Zelensky target Moscow or deeper into Russia?
No, he shouldn't target Moscow.
Is that why you gave him more weapons, though?
No, we're not looking to do that.
So he's saying Putin's going to have hell to pay. Now, the question a lot of people had after yesterday was, what is Putin's response going to be? We haven't gotten Putin directly, but the underlings of Putin, the spokespeople for Putin, so speaking on his behalf, did have a response. It's crazy. They said, hey, Trump, how about them Epstein files? I did not think that was going to come up here. I wake up, I look in the mirror, I see the Epstein files. I call my mom, she says, what about the Epstein files? And now I look at Putin, he's talking about the Epstein files. Daily Beast reports Putin pals say Trump's Russia threat is just an Epstein smokescreen. Oh, goodness. Russian television pundits are mocking President Donald Trump's threats to weigh in decisively on Ukraine, claiming that his new comments are a way to try and knock the Epstein scandal out of the news headlines. Hey, maybe, but shut up. Hey, maybe, but shut up. That was my response to it. I was thinking like, what? This is a weird thing, right? Because I'm going, hey, what about the Epstein files? And then someone next to me goes, hey, what about the Epstein files? And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly... Vladimir? No, what? Hey, yes, but no. It's kind of like when two friends fight and you have one friend's like, hey, you're ugly. And you're sort of, no, wait, what? And this friend goes, I slept with your mom last night. And you're like, wait, no, hold up. He shouldn't have said that, but what did you just say? You're bad. So, I saw Kevin Spacey was calling for that. It's just, we're out of control. Dahmer's calling for the Epstein files to be released. It's getting crazy. I have Putin derangement syndrome. I think it's justified, like my Trump derangement syndrome. But now I'm worried I have it so bad, I'm going to start being like, hey, what's even in the Epstein? Like, who even cares about the Epstein files? Now that Putin's called for it, hey, what if there isn't any? Who cares? I mean, what Trump said. Why are we still talking about this? Just because I don't want to agree with Putin. And this is the foreign minister, something. He has a name, but I can't remember it. And let's just see if we can understand his response.
Было раньше и 24 часа было, и 100 дней было. Мы все это проходили.
So that's big. I think that's a major development. No, supposedly he said 50 days. There used to be 24 hours. There used to be 100 days. We've been through all this. Yeah, again, shut up, but true. That's the problem with having Trump being so ridiculous, is then even when he's finally being more aggressive towards our adversary, maybe in 50 days, they have some some good mockery of him. So they're worse villain, but can you shut up? Because that's the problem with Trump making constant deadlines and not following through on them, is that then our adversaries go, sure, I'd like to see you try. Oh, it's getting so good. Guys, so many of you, when I said I wanted a Vladimir impression, said, no, you're never going to get it. Jaden said it. I said, should I do it? And he nodded no. And I dropped that bomb. And he was impressed. And so it's brutal that Trump has been that inconsistent with his deadlines. You have different headlines like this. Russia didn't care about Trump's weapons for Ukraine or their tariff threat, officials say. And Trump that's the next thing. Wait for that. But it seems like they're sort of laughing it off. I hope Trump will make them stop laughing by giving a lot of support. But the real reason behind Trump's action, it's not motivated for the reasons we'd be motivated. Seeing the geopolitical interests, seeing the human lives at stake, seeing the benefits for us and for Ukrainians of supporting our ally here in a democratic nation that aligns with our values, and how European peace is going to come with Putin being stopped here, and Ukraine is the one that is going to be able to do it without ever drawing us into a war. Trump's reasoning, we should note, even though if the outcome's good, I will credit it, isn't so principled. Change, though, is not reflective of Trump adopting, and this is exactly what Kaylen Robertson told us when we interviewed him before this news came out, which was Trump's souring on Putin is not because he really connects with the suffering of Ukrainians. It's because I'll read it. It's not reflective of Trump adopting a new strategy, worldview, two White House officials and two outside advisors to the president told me, speaking on the condition of anonymity to discuss sensitive matters. Trump did not develop a new fondness for Ukraine or its president, Volodymyr Zelensky. He did not abruptly become a believer in the traditional transatlantic alliances prized by his predecessors as a counterweight to Moscow. Rather, Trump got insulted. His fifis were hurt by ignoring Trump's pleas to end the war and instead ratcheting up the fighting. Putin has made Trump look like the junior partner in the relationship. The Russian leader has really overplayed his hand. One of the officials told me the president has given him chance after chance, but enough is enough. So it's about a friendship going south. And I won't say it because it hasn't been released yet, but I just did an interview with somebody and they were asking me about this. And they said, do you at least credit Trump with trying? He tried. And one of the things that was being expressed to me in this interview was that the guy I was talking to really appreciated that Trump at least says he wants peace. He tries, he aspires towards it. To which I was responding, we had a good dialogue over this. Does it really, number one, matter if he repeats peace, 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 peace over and over and over, but then does the opposite of what would facilitate peace, which was delaying support for Ukraine because we knew Putin was the impediment to peace, and so stopping him's the only path to it? And number two, is it not embarrassing and consequential that Trump had years to analyze, to the extent that Trump can do analysis, this conflict, and kept coming to the wrong conclusion because he was so deluded that it was going to just take a call to Putin to solve everything? Those 2 points indicate that actually it's Trump's ignorance or ideological flaws that has made this situation worse and us further from peace as opposed to closer to it. So I don't really care if he repeats over and over and over that he wants it, if he doesn't do the stuff that would lead to it. So I hope that does change, and it looks like his tone is shifting, but it's because he feels personally slighted by Putin, not because of a genuine support for Ukraine. This is a big headline, which is in the first clip I showed you on the subject, why striking Moscow was brought up. The Daily Beast reports Trump secretly asked Zelensky if he can attack Moscow after his bad call with Putin. He says that he wants Russians to feel the pain. President Trump asked Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky if Kyiv could strike Moscow if the U.S. provided long-range weapons. My God, he is so moody. Putin, what a beautiful man. He's so smart and he wants peace. And then Putin does the thing that Putin does. And Trump's like, what the hell? You know what? Freaking nuke him. Just nuke him.
Angry.
Whoa, that was abrupt. Trump privately pushed for Ukraine to ramp up its attacks deep inside Russia on July 4th call with Zelensky, the day after Trump had what he described as a bad conversation with Putin. I don't think Ukraine would strike Moscow. It depends on what we're talking about. If you have like military objectives there, I'd have to see the particular plan. And Ukraine's been really good about when they do target things within Russia, it being for a military purpose, and some successful operations have come of that. So I told you yesterday that I'm weary of the NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, because he's the one who left us with this soundbite. You're my daddy.
You're
Cole?
my daddy.
My favorite part of the show is setting up a soundbite and seeing Cole just, I think that's for me. But yeah, so that came from Mark Rutte saying, yeah, like sometimes a daddy has to come in and sort things out. And he was talking about Trump. And then the White House made a bunch of hype videos saying Trump is daddy. We love daddy. Daddy, yeah, daddy has to come and spank everyone. And so he brought that up again. Can we stop bringing that up? While we continue through this, if you appreciate this show, please do click the subscribe button. And we have a crazy bonus show today. New research on what is the cause or what is exacerbating obesity in America. And the answer might surprise you. It's food. But the article framed it as, this is new though. Like it might not be what you think that it is. It's food. But you want the bonus show and other stuff too. Click the join button next to the subscribe button. Here's Mark Rutte.
How is President Trump seen around the world by world leaders you deal with?
I think he is very well respected. And I thought in The Hague, at the summit, 31 leaders, so the 32nd, of course, is the US, in itself, by the way, bigger than all the other 31 combined. That is how powerful this country is and this nation is in your military. But the other 31 leaders really recognizing, hey, this is somebody who is absolutely clear what he wants to achieve, is committed to NATO, but he is extremely frustrated about the fact that we were not paying up, and now we are paying up. And therefore, this commitment to NATO is ironclad.
You raised some eyebrows when you used the term daddy.
Yeah.
Okay, to Mark's credit, that I said he brought it up, looks like Brett brought it up.
Some eyebrows when you used the term daddy.
Yeah,
mean,
I
people
probably should
were-
have said father or the grown up in the room. But you know, this is the fun part about President Trump. He came back to the White House and immediately there was this video released, Daddy is home.
Yeah.
And you've seen the t-shirt with Daddy on it.
So he laughed about it.
He laughs about it. And that is why I like him so much, because he has that humor and that light touch, and he's a great man.
Did you say a light touch? Daddy has a light touch? Mark, I know you're not from America, but this is sounding very homoerotic, okay? Culturally, I'd call it my culture, but there's something erotic about this, and I just need you to know that. Maybe I should have said father. But, you know, I was hard on him, and then I was thinking, wait, Trump is actually starting to shift more in NATO's direction finally. Maybe Mark gets it. He sees Trump's dealings with everybody, and he's thinking, the only way I can get Trump to have me in his good graces is to treat him like a little kid. Well, hopefully not calling little kids daddy, but I mean like on just like coddling him. Because I remember growing up, adults would say to me, or other kids, like in Boy Scouts or something, they would say, I'm so impressed with how strong you are. You're so strong. And you impress me every day with just, you're such a strong guy. And I'd be like, yeah, oh. And they go, so naturally, I mean, you're probably the only person who could carry all of these boxes upstairs, right? And I'd be like, yeah, I got them. I think it's similar with Trump. Oh, Trump, you're daddy, you're strong, you're awesome, you have a light touch, but you're powerful, and and that's how you goad him into giving him what you want. Maybe. So maybe I've been too hard on him. I don't know. Isaac Soul said, remember, the entire Oval Office blow up was literally because Zelensky tried to warn Trump and Vance that this was coming, that Putin's diplomacy could not be trusted. How much time was wasted? How many people died? How many people now blame Ukraine? Yes, that's what we can't forget. The reason they screamed at Zelensky is because they were going, we just want a ceasefire by whatever means necessary. And Zelensky was going, listen, I want peace. I'm with you. But if I know anything about Putin, it's that he will use your negotiations for peace to delay your support to us, to prolong his war against us. And that's why we need something more cemented than just his word that he's going to stop for a few days. And they lost it at him. And it led to the JD Vance, have you thanked me once thing, meme. And he was right. And I haven't heard these folks acknowledge that. And I think that they should. Share your thoughts in the comments.